natural eye look today, using the Tartelette in Bloom by Tarte. This is one of my favorite palettes that has some very natural matte shades and some cute shimmers thrown into it. I won't be doing my brows because I'm getting them done on Monday, but if you want a brow tutorial, leave a comment below and I probably will film it next week. However, I will be using the Benefit Browza Conditioning Primer. I love this stuff. It makes my brow hairs stand out. And you will be seeing me use some tools like the Ulta Beauty New Hue Shadow Switching Pan. I love this. It's a dupe for the Vermona color switch. I have a lot of brushes here and I will probably be leaving a list of the brushes I use. This is a very simple tutorial. It should take only 5. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so I have primed my eye with the Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer by Wet n Wild. I love it. It's tacky. It makes a good base. So next, I'm going to set my eye with this Morphe brush I got in a brush kit. And I'm going to be using Charmer, the whitest shade, to set this primer. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Flower Child and softly buffing this into the crease. I prefer to do windshield wipers for the motion. And the next shade I'm going to be taking is Smarty Pants. It's a very soft beige color. This is a really easy tutorial. You could even do it with maybe 3 brushes. I just prefer to get a really blended out look. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Jet Setter and deepening that. And I'm going to be tapping off the excess powder to create a softer look. And I'm going to be taking my Morphe M441 and just blending that out even more. For this, I'm going to be taking it very gently over the eye and buffing it in. To add some pinkness, which is optional, I'm going to be taking my Morphe M433 and taking the shade Sweetheart. I think the pink adds a little bit of warmth to it, which is really nice. And then I'm going to be taking my Morphe M505 and just softly blending this. Again, this is a very blended look, and the only harsh part is the liner. And then to add a little bit more of that pink tinge to it, I'm going to be taking the shade Rebel and adding that to the outer edges and sweeping it across. And then to clean up this blend, I'm going to be taking the Morphe M505 and softening it again. This is a very soft look and it's for any season. Now I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. It's not labeled. I got this for $1 and it works really, really well. I'm going to be taking the shade Charmer again and patting that on the inner lid. Just very softly. Now I'm going to be taking the shade Flower Child and bringing it over here to give a little bit of depth to my eye. And we're just going to blend that into the crease with my Morphe M433. Sorry if I stutter, I'm a little bit nervous. And now I'm going to be taking my Ecotools. It's a liner brush. And I'm going to be taking the shade Activist. And I'm going to be using a certain motion to pick up the pigment. I'm going to be using the sides of the brush like this, and then tapping off the excess. To do this, I use a very interesting technique. I like to lay the brush flat to my face and then also measure outwards with the brush. So it should hit the inner corner, just to give me a focal point to look at. Use precision when you're doing this. We'll be using a Q-tip to soften the wing just a little bit because I didn't like how harsh it came out. You can use a brush for this, but I prefer you using a Q-tip because I can get better strokes. And I'll be dipping back into it and tapping off a lot of the excess. I like to switch my brush back and forth if you've noticed. And smoking out the lash line. When you do this, it gives your lashes an appearance or an illusion that they're fuller. And I'm going to be running that Q-tip once more. And to soften it again, I'm going to be taking this, and I like to pull on the bristles just a little bit to get it a flatter edge. And dragging out that pigment. And then to smoke it up just a little bit, I'm going to be taking the shade Leader and putting it on my brush to give it that hint of red. And there you are. I'm going to run my Q-tip once more. It also gives the appearance of a fade, which is really nice. And then I'm going to be taking this Ecotools brush. It's basically a tapered blending brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade Flower Child first and running it across the bottom of my lashes. And then I'll be taking the shade Sweetheart and then the shade Rebel. And to deepen it right here, I'm going to be taking the same shade and adding it. And then blending it very gently. And once more, I'm going to go across this because I want a little bit more color. And there you are. And once more, because I really like blending out the eyeshadow, I'm going to blend it again. I like to blend things until they look seamless. Taking the shade Charmer, and once again, popping across that brow. And there you are. And then I'm going to add the Lash Paradise Voluminous. It's by L'Oreal. It's their new one. It looks like the Better Than Sex one. I personally love this mascara. And my technique is just rolling it and then flicking it up. I personally don't curl my lashes. If you haven't noticed, I have Hawaiian hair, and for some odd reason when I curl my lashes, they fall out or get bent really awkward. And I don't know if it's because my hair type's just really frizzy and so it makes everything else, but I just don't curl my lashes now. And I like to flick off the excess. Oh, I will show you a trick to getting this off. And then putting it on the bottom lashes. And there you are. You can do as many coats of mascara as you want. I like to keep it fairly simple. So for this, I'm going to be taking a Morphe spoolie to be removing this black dot. You want to make sure it's dry, and this is really helpful when you have foundation on. You just rub it over, and pretty soon it'll be gone because it'll be flaking off. And there you are. And then I'm going to be brushing my brows with the Browza Conditioner Primer by Benefit. And I usually do 2 clicks because I like the serum. And I usually brush them up and over like that. You can continue on with the rest of your makeup, but today I'm having a natural day, so I'm just going to keep it simple with the eyes. And I will be doing my lips with the NYX Lip Liner Crayon in the shade Nude Pink. I wore this to my prom and it was lovely. I do fill in with the liner. If you have preference, you don't have to. And there you have it, a very natural makeup look. Let me take down my very frizzy hair. I need to brush it, but that's okay. And there you are. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and I'm very happy you could join me for today. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Thank you!